Hi guys, it's Dale again. A lot of people have asked me to do a quick video tour of my truck, and so this is it. I will say that I'm not a professional photographer or an editor, so what you get is what you get. Currently I'm working on the paint scheme of the front of the truck. All the paint was coming off, so I sanded it down, and I'm not a professional painter, but it looks quite a bit better than it did. I added a little bit of color to the roof, and also while I had it all apart, I added the LED headlights, which do a great job so far. We come around to the side of my truck. This is a 2006 Chevrolet box truck. It's got a 6.6 diesel engine with an Allison transmission. It also has air, cruise control, and a towing package. It also has a lift gate and a side door. So we come in, and I'm not sure how the lighting is going to be, so we'll walk in, and this is my conversion. You come in, I have a futon that doesn't have a covering on it right now. I use a full-size sheet. What I did is I had these two pieces of 24-inch foam. I cut the back of the futon down so that when it lays out, it's 48 inches wide. Then I use a full-size sheet as the cover, which saves you hundreds of dollars in upholstery fees. On this wall here, which is the wall by the cab, I have I don't know what you call those things, but they just hold up different stuff, which these are the poles for my tarp and my broom. I also have a little fan right here that blows on the bed, which is controlled up here. It just plugs into the cab, which I cut this pass through into the cab and added quite a few plugs and chargers up there so that I have plenty of ways to charge my phone and camera and that type of stuff. And you come around on the walls. I built these just little shelves to hold all my canned goods and stuff. These metal things I found at the Habitat for Humanities. They're utensil, silverware holders from a restaurant. They were like 10 cents a piece. So I bought all they had, and I use it for ketchup and mustard and that type of thing. You keep coming around, I've got more of the shelves. Then next to the futon, I've got a Cobalt toolbox that I use as my, dresser, catch-all, that type of stuff, clothes, silverware. And then over here is the box where I keep my battery and all my power. I'm still working on this. It's a mess, but I've got 300 watts of solar on the roof, and right now I only have one battery, but it seems to do enough. Then on the back wall, I found these are vinyl windows that I found at a local Habitat for Humanity store. You can either leave them open, close them if the weather's bad, that type of thing. But it gives me a 7 foot by 5 foot window to look out of, because people say, oh, there's no windows in the truck. Well, sure there is. This out here, as you can see, is the lift gate, and I also call this my poop deck, because you'll have to use your imagination, but I have just a PVC frame, and I have a shower curtain that goes all the way around it. And instead of a bucket, I found this handicap potty chair at a yard sale for $3, so I can use it as my potty chair and a camp stool, and so now I have two purposes. And then we come back inside. On this wall, there's the shower head, and it just would run out the back and over to the shower. I also have a Insta-Hot gas hot water heater, and then below that in a box is a 16-gallon. That's actually a tank and pump from Harbor Freight that I got, and I just disconnected the spray wand that was on it and run it over to my sink, which came out of a camper that I had bought a couple of years ago and thought about rehabbing, but by the time I got done, the only thing I had left was the sink and the stove that's next to it. And my water, just I drain it into a bucket and, you know, dump it outside. I'm not using harsh chemicals, anything like that. And then I have the 2 propane tanks. One goes to the stove, the other one goes to the water heater. I did have to change the pump that was with this when I bought it, because the pump that came with it wasn't strong enough to make the hot water heater ignite, so I put a different pump on it. I've also built these kind of open shelving units along the wall, and then I've got bungee cords that just hold things in. I use this is actually a freezer that I bought at Lowe's, just their smallest one, and then it hooks into this, which you can get on Amazon, which is a separate thermostat, and it allows you to run the freezer as a refrigerator. And right now, like I said, I'm working on things, so, you know, I don't have it plugged in. The other thing that people always comment about is the floor in the truck. This floor is actually the floor of the truck, and I sanded it, stained it, and then put some polyurethane on it. Other than that, you know, this is about it. Like everybody, I'm still working on it, and someday I will get it finished. I've bought this truck in January of this year, which is 2018, and you know, it's now July. I've been on a few trips. I don't plan on living in this full time. I am retired, and I'm building it to travel in. There again, a lot of people comment on this quilt that is covering the entry to the cab, and that's actually something that my mother made, and I'm quite proud to have it along with me. Step back outside and I can show you. Sorry about that. I've actually, on the side of the truck, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but I have a series of hooks, and I bought a 9x11 Harbor Freight tarp, and I use it when I'm able to have some shade outside. My truck is known as the Slacker Box Palace, and I'm Dale, and if you come see me, you can be a slacker too. Have a great day, and maybe I'll see you on the road. Bye.